That was good timing. I didn't even mean to do that, actually. So you may be wondering, why is it that I'm playing music as you walk in? Any ideas? To keep you quiet, that's a good one. Calming, you nailed it. So this is a biohacking presentation here, and I just did a little biohack right there. What I did was I am a little bit anxious, as I am before every presentation that I do. And a good way to sort of relax and calm yourself is to play music that you like. So the Arcade Fire I really, really like. And that is something that I play to sort of calm myself down and get myself breathing properly. Because as you have probably found, when you are nervous, you tend not to breathe properly. You breathe really shallow in your chest. You don't bring it down into the abdomen. And you can usually see people who aren't breathing properly in presentations. Have you ever noticed that before? You can just tell they have that anxiety, they're nervous. So this way, it calms me a little bit so I can actually speak to you instead of breathing fast. So right now, I want all of you to take in 3 deep breaths. Go ahead, take those breaths in. Bring it all the way down. One more. And what you should feel is that your anxiety has just gone down as well. Because I bet that you were feeling a little anxious. You don't know what to expect. You don't know really what I'm going to be talking to you about. You don't know really who I am. The same way that I'm feeling a little bit anxious because I don't know what to expect. I don't know how many people are going to show up. I don't know if the room is going to work properly. I'm using a smart board. That can be iffy. Has anyone used smart boards before? So hopefully it's going to work great, but we will see. Now, I got interested in biohacking at a very young age. I didn't really know that it was biohacking at that time. But ever since, I think it was around grade 1, I had written down, my mom had a little scrapbook where you would write down, what you wanted to be when you grow up. And I said I wanted to be a scientist. And that's pretty much what I have become. So I knew from an early age, right around grade 1, that that's what I wanted to shoot for. So right around grade 7, I think it was, I started to learn a little bit about cell biology. So this is just a typical cell here, a plant cell. And I learned about the chloroplast. What does the chloroplast do?
It's something about converting light to sugars?
Exactly. So photosynthesis, most people have heard of photosynthesis. It's the ability for plants to take in sunlight and carbon dioxide, and then they can make sugars in the form of starch and release oxygen, which we need. My idea was, once I learned this, I made the connection that there was chlorophyll gum. And I thought, if I chew chlorophyll gum, maybe I could start to photosynthesize. If I chewed enough of it. Now, of course, this is a ridiculous idea. It was more of a joke. It wasn't, I wasn't really trying to do this. But I was trying to think back to when I was a kid and what was my first biohack. I think that was my first attempt. But it was a failed attempt, as you can see. Bio what? So what is biohacking? The practice of engaging biology with the hacker ethic. Encompasses a wide spectrum of practices and movements ranging from grinders who design and install do-it-yourself body enhancements, such as magnetic implants, to do-it-yourself biologists who conduct at-home gene sequencing. That is my goal. I want to get to that level. At-home gene sequencing would be fantastic. So, analyzing your DNA.
At home?
At home. One day this will be possible. But biohacking it doesn't have to be complex. There's a lot of literature out there now on biohacking, and you'll see that some biohackers will really take it to the next levels. This talk is Biohacking 101, and what it's meant to do is tell you that there are simple things that you can do. Some of them you probably already know. Little things that you can do to change your physiology for the better. So that breathing example was one. I always tell my students, right before they write their tests, I teach biology, I say, take 3 deep breaths in, and you may begin. Because I want them to try and relax a bit, because they get stressed out, stress hormones are coursing through their blood, and that's a good way to try and calm them, and then they'll remember better if they're calm and they're breathing properly. So what we'll do is we'll go through quite a few examples here. Some of them are very simple. Some of them are getting a little more complex. But I'm still in the initial stages of this biohacking hobby of mine. So I've told you about biohacking. We'll give you the examples. Knowledge is power. It's amazing what you can find on the internet nowadays. If you have, say, a health concern, you can look up, try and self-diagnose yourself, find treatments. But what I want to show you is how to change your physiology and improve your health and wellness. So I'm a professor here at George Brown in the pre-health science, teaching biology and anatomy. I create films. This is the first time I've had help, though, which is great. Thank you, Tony. I love working out and exercising. I have 2 kids. One is 8 months old. That's why you see kind of the baby there. I am a chiropractor also. I treat patients down at Good Life Fitness, Union Station. I love learning, as I'm sure you all do too. That's why you're here, to learn more. I love long walks on the beach, which comes in handy because we just moved to the beach last year. And I have been on television a couple different shows. Most recently was the Dr. Marla and Friends show. Has anyone seen that? Yes? Okay. I don't think it's on anymore. Hopefully it wasn't canceled because of me. I didn't do anything. It was all good. So that's what I'm up to. And I already asked this question to you. What areas of your life would you like to improve? So we'll talk about sleeping. We'll talk about nutrition. We'll talk about some other topics as well. So what was the second biohack that I had? Well, I was skin and bones when I was in grade 7, 8, 9. And I decided I need to put some muscle on because I'm just a beanpole. And that got me into the weight room. I started lifting weights, and of course I didn't come anywhere close to the Arnold over here. But I did put a little bit of muscle on, and that is a simple biohack right there. I had the intention of changing my physiology, and it worked. So that's what I mean by it can be pretty simple. If you want to lose 10 pounds, that's really a biohack. You're changing your physiology for the better. Okay, as I said before, some biohackers may argue with me and say, well, that's too simple. You need to go a little more in depth with the biohack. When I was in grade 10, I played basketball, and I wanted to increase my vertical jump because I'm not very tall for playing basketball. And I started to look up how could I increase my vertical jump. So I started doing plyometrics. Does anyone know what that is? So P90X does involve plyometrics. That would be basically explosive movements. So a great example would be just jumping, jumping to touch a wall. And I'm not going to jump right now because I sprained my ankle on Saturday playing basketball. And here's another biohack. I've got an ankle brace on. I've got some Spider Tech tape, which is helping to get rid of some effusion and providing some protection so I don't roll over on my ankle. And As of 2 days ago, I was on crutches. Now I can walk. It's not great. It hurts a little bit, but it's coming along quickly. Again, I'm trying to utilize everything I know about physiology to heal this up as fast as I can.